The Shivalik Hills is a mountain range of the outer Himalayas, also known as Manak Parbat in ancient times. Shivalik literally means tresses of Shiva, unregistered trademark. This range is about 2,400 km long, enclosing an area that starts almost from the Indus and ends close to the Brahmaputra, with a gap of about 90 km between the Teesta and Raidak rivers in Assam. The width of the Shivalik Hills varies from 10 to 50 km, their average elevation is 1,500 to 2,000 am. Other spelling variations used include Shivalik and Siwalik, originating from the Hindi and Nepali word shiwālik parvat. Other names include Churia Hills, Chure Hills, and Margalla Hills. Geology. The Shivalik Hills are the southernmost and geologically youngest east-west mountain chain of the Himalayas. The Siwaliks have many sub-ranges. They extend west from Arunachal Pradesh through Bhutan to West Bengal, and further westward through Nepal and Uttarakhand, continuing into Himachal Pradesh and Kashmir. The hills are cut through at wide intervals by numerous large rivers flowing south from the Himalayas. The Shivalik Hills are chiefly composed of sandstone and conglomerate rock formations, which are the solidified detritus of the Great Range in their rear, but often poorly consolidated. The remnant magnetization of siltstones and sandstones suggests a depositional age of May 2, 16 million years, with Kanali River exposing the oldest part of the Siwalik group in Nepal. They are bounded on the south by a fault system called the main frontal thrust, with steeper slopes on that side. Below this, the coarse alluvial Babpur zone makes the transition to the nearly level plains. Rainfall, especially during the summer monsoon, percolates into the Babar, then is forced to the surface by finer alluvial layers below it in a zone of springs and marshes along the northern edge of the trail plains. North of the Siwalik belt, the 1,500 to 3,000 meter lesser Himalayas, also known as the Mahabharat range, rises steeply along fault lines. In many places the two ranges are adjacent, but in other places structural valleys 10–20 km wide separate them. Prehistory, Silvopithecus is among many fossil finds in the Siwalik region. The Siwalik Hills are also among the richest fossil sites for large animals anywhere in Asia. The hills had revealed that all kinds of animals lived there. They were early ancestors to the sloth bear, Shivatherium, an ancient giraffe, Colossocolis atlas, a giant tortoise, amongst other creatures. The remains of the lower Paleolithic Sonian culture have been found in the Siwalik region. Contemporary to the Acheulean, the Sonian culture is named after the Son Valley in the Siwalik Hills of Pakistan. The bearers of this culture were Homo erectus. Demographics: low population densities in the Siwalik and along the steep southern slopes of the Mahabharat range, plus virulent malaria in the damp forests on their fringes create a cultural, linguistic and political buffer zone between dense populations in the plains to the south and the hills beyond the Mahabharat escarpment, isolating the two populations from each other and enabling different evolutionary paths with respect to language, race and culture. People of the Lepcha tribe inhabit the Sikkim and Darjeeling areas. Additional information: the Indian Navy's Shivalik-class frigate is named after these ranges. See also, Shivalik Fossil Park, F.W. Champion, forester and wildlife photographer, was posted here after World War I until 1947. Dundwa Range, sub-range separating de Churia and Inner Tri Valley in western Nepal from the outer Tri and Balrampur and Shravasti districts, Uttar Pradesh. References: This article incorporates text from a publication now in the public domain, Chisholm, Hugh, ed. Encyclopædia Britannica. Cambridge University Press A.